Fingers are crossed. Well, she's a little champion. Sky, the baby bilby, is the new ambassador, helping save her vulnerable species.
And as those storms moved over the coast earlier this afternoon, just south of the border, we saw some drenching rainfall totals. Just light showers for the moment here at Miami, but I'll let you know what you're in store for the rest of tonight and over the weekend. The full weather app coming up next.
The humble bilby is forging ahead in leaps and bounds when it comes to being our Aussie Easter mascot. A new little one is leading the charge to save her species.
With a spring in her step and those adorable floppy ears, meet Sky Nicholson, the latest addition to the bilby family at Currumbin Wildlife Sanctuary.
Sky's father is named Tyson, and that kind of kicked off the boxing theme. So any offspring that he may father in future will also have that theme.
This little lady is almost 5 months old, part of the Australasian Species Management Program. With fewer than 10,000 bilbies remaining in the wild, Sky is set to play an important role.
Conservation really starts with people forming that connection with animals. So we consider Sky Nicholson and really all the animals we have here at Currumbin Wildlife Sanctuary as ambassadors for their species.
For now, she'll be celebrated alongside her family heading into the Easter season, giving the bunny a run for his money.
It's a little bit more appropriate, we feel, to celebrate one of our native species. So yeah, Easter bilbies rather than Easter bunnies this year.
Katrina Zaffa, 9 Gold Coast News.
Time now for Melissa and Joel with what's coming up next.
Thanks, Paul. We have some chilling CCTV in just a few minutes of a mother and daughter hours before they were killed at Logan.
Queensland's new flood threat, more towns bracing for a peak of rising waters as the mud army pitches in.
The oil crisis escalates, Iran's new leader delivering his first message.
What's behind the Byron Bay Blues Fest cancelling at short notice?
Qantas agrees to a massive COVID payout.
And the critter, dubbed the happiest animal in the world, makes his local debut.
All of those stories plus the rest of today's breaking news coming up after your local weather. See you then.
Luke Bradnam's back with us right now, and with these sort of conditions about Luke, I guess there's a few warnings to go with it.
That's right, PT. Yeah, we have a severe thunderstorm warning in place for southeast Queensland. Fortunately for us on the Gold Coast, it has already moved further north. I'll show you the radar. You can see for yourself exactly what happened for us on the Gold Coast. Most of the heavy activity was just south of the border. We saw falls of around 20 millimetres for Coolangatta and only about 5 millimetres at the Gold Coast Seaway. But have a look at these shots from down in Byron Bay this afternoon. Ballina picking up just shy of 100 millimetres. We did see some flash flooding through Byron. Fortunately, the showers for that northern New South Wales area have eased this afternoon as well, but we could see more over the weekend. From the Sky Point weather cam high atop the Q1, you can see it wasn't actually a bad start to the day. The sun poked its head out at stages and it was warm this morning. If you have a look at those flyover temps, up in the high 20s for most of us across the coast today. But gee, it's cooled off this evening though, as the cloud and winds have really picked up. Right now here at Miami, it's only 22 degrees. Tomorrow's weather map shows showers and storms for the northern tropics. Onshore winds again could push showers into us on the Gold Coast, but it's actually not a bad forecast for our Saturday. We're heading for a top of 27 degrees, so a little bit cooler than what we had today. Overnight dropping down to 19 and a shower or two. We're talking about 1 to 2 millimetres. You'll be able to get out and about both Saturday and Sunday. Sunday we're only looking at up to 1 millimetre. Light shower or two possible for Monday with a top of 28 degrees. Mostly sunny Tuesday, year beauty. So we've got that to look forward to at a top of 29 degrees. Partly cloudy for our Wednesday and a couple of millimetres possible both Thursday and Friday. High tide tomorrow is an early one at 5 a.m. Let's check in with Rocky, see what's doing for the board riders.
Look here on Burleigh Point, that swell has kicked in another notch overnight. This swell will not die, absolutely huge out there, so caution needed for anyone thinking about swimming. But for the surfers, for the more experienced surfers only, get down to those southern points. So for the swimmers and beachgoers, extreme caution needed with this large and powerful surf surging up onto the beaches. Really best to see it from the headlands only. For the surfers, been an incredible run of solid surf over the last few weeks, a renewed burst in that swell. 2 metres plus today from the deep south, a whole lot more for the weekend, matching up with very strong southerly winds, getting up to 45 kilometres an hour. That means the southern points from Snapper into Kirra will be offshore and pumping, while Burleigh and Crumman pulling at a whole lot more size. For the 5-day surf forecast, that swell bumping up to 3 metres, 8 feet plus tomorrow. Southeasterly winds 45 kilometres an hour, slowly easing off into next week. So it looks like that swell solid again for the weekend. So the surfers head to those southern points and make the most of it.
And don't even think about getting offshore tomorrow. Another strong wind warning on the way. Those winds getting up to 50 k's an hour today. When they do drop off early next week, just as we go back to work, there's plenty of reefies out there. Ross McGovern, Lucky Strike Charters, getting these earlier in the week before the winds really started howling. But dangerous beach conditions on the way this weekend. PT, take care if you're coming down here.
Thank goodness your freezer is chock-a-block with some previous catches. Good on you, Luke. Thank you for that. That's your local news for this Friday. In fact, it's your local news for the week. Look forward to seeing you all again Monday from 5:30. In the meantime, from us, it's good night.